Okay, we ready for social media? All right. The foundation of social media started with what? The Facebook. Telephone. Yeah, there you go. That's
Original contact, hey.
telephone. Yeah, that's right. Humans. Okay, well let's start there. Humans. Telephone. Next one was fax. Then email. Fax isn't really social. Email. People started putting up websites. Okay, that's great. So what was the thing that really what created Facebook and MySpace and YouTube and Twitter?
SMS and cell phone. Cell phone and SMS.
No?
Instant message.
How do you reach people in a broad way online? You know, what was the thing that launched broad communication online for the average person? You know the answer to this one. No, those were kind of closed communities. We're talking global reach.
Spam.
Ah, the blog. That was the original social medium. It still is the blog. Think about it. You go to WordPress.com. You go to Blogger.com. You start it. It's free. You log in. There's no software. You start your blog. You know, myblog.wordpress.com, and you start putting your opinion out there on a subject. Pick a subject. You know, pet care, dog grooming products, whatever it is. What happens? Google finds all your articles, and what can people do when they're on that article? You can respond. And do people respond on blogs? You ever been to New York Times?
Yeah.
How many comments people put on their articles? They have to shut down their commenting in 24 hours for a lot of their articles now because they get 500 comments, you know. And what's interesting about it is, I talked about this with someone else, is people are finding that the comments sometimes are more interesting than the article. Right?
You get a dialogue going.
Yeah, you get a dialogue going. It's almost a richer experience, right? Online journalism it's changing. Okay. What is social media? Why is it booming? Why is it going just crazy guns? Well, time. We are time pressed today. And social media is a hyper-efficient way to connect with your network, your friends, your family, your colleagues, your employees. It is the way to instantly disseminate information broadly. And that's why it's growing so quickly. Breaking news. Well, where does news happen today? Online. Where? On a blog. Actually, now it's on Twitter. That's where it really happens. Which is a blog, by the way. Twitter is a microblog. And it allows you, social media allows you to share what I'm doing now. It's a little oversharing sometimes. Especially on Facebook. But you can post photos, you can post videos, you can post articles, you can share bookmarks, you can share all sorts of information very efficiently on a blog, on Facebook, on MySpace, on YouTube, everywhere. I look at Facebook as the new internet. It's like the next layer of the internet. Why? Because you're only communicating with the people you want to communicate with, your friends, your colleagues, your business associates. And there's no spamming in Facebook. I mean, if there is a spammer in Facebook, what do? Unfriend them. Get them out of here, right? Some people don't have email anymore. They live in Facebook. You know, a lot of the younger generation does. They communicate via what? They don't have email. They text on their phone. It's no email. What's your email address? I don't have one. Text me. Isn't that weird? This was happening. Okay. So it's efficient. You can why can you do it? What can you do? Other than being efficient, exchanging ideas, networking, friends, and absolutely new clients. Okay. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about, old marketing. Traditional marketing is interruption marketing, right? You're listening to the radio and an ad, somebody comes on the radio, you're watching TV and an ad shows up in the middle of your program, you're reading a magazine and you're reading a story and an ad you turn into a store, you drive by a billboard on the road. That's classic marketing. It still works, but it's interruption marketing. The new marketing on social media is no marketing, or limited marketing. It's word of mouth online. It's your network now. It's a social, interactive, communicative network. So the difference is you're building relationships, and you might have some existing relationships, but what happens is if you start blogging and getting involved in social media about your expertise in your business, you know what? Other people are going to start following your activity. You're going to have people you've never, ever, ever met before. They're going to become very interested in your business. And that's what social media, that's why social media is so powerful. The hard part about social media is it's participatory. Say that word fast 10 times. Okay. So back to the original slide. All the things that you do online to really make your online presence go. The first three were build a good converting website, optimize it for search engines, and build videos. You can pretty much pay people money to do this. It doesn't take a lot of time. I mean, it takes time. Lori will attest to the fact that it takes time. However, once the time is done, you're kind of done for the most part. You keep yourself updated. Social media, writing on a news blog, Twittering, participating in LinkedIn, participating in Facebook, doesn't cost anything, but it costs you time. That's a big difference. Okay. And my recommendation is participate. Pick something. I would recommend a news blog being absolutely the first thing you start spending your time on. And take your time. There's so much on social media, but it does work and it does take time. And just remember that we're all in the same boat. We all have limited time. You know, we're all slowly getting a hang of this stuff. So just keep your eyes open and enjoy it. Facebook, just enjoy it. Mindset, participatory, be a giver. Now, LinkedIn, the business network, probably the strongest part of LinkedIn is they ask you to answer questions that your network is asking. There's a question and answers part of LinkedIn that's probably the most popular part of it. So I'm in sales and marketing, I have a sales and marketing question, I go to LinkedIn and drop in a question, I'll get 10 answers. And what's funny about LinkedIn is you can rate the answers. And if you're a really good answerer, you get rated by the network and you become an expert in your business network on a subject. Crazy or what? Be a giver, participatory, transparency. If you say that DuraTrack gutter installation system is the best in the world, and you sell DuraTrack gutters, just let people know that, by the way, they're great. Oh, and I do sell them. Be transparent about your activities. Because what happens in social media is people start to mistrust you. What happens? It's social. They're going to push back. They're going to leave comments about, hey, wait a second, you're just pitching this stuff. All right? So the most important part of when you get into Facebook, you get into Facebook especially, LinkedIn, Twitter, any of the social media properties, just you got to behave like a good citizen and think socially. Like what happened? Think about when you have a face-to-face conversation with a prospect, a potential customer. How do you treat that person? You give information, right? You're sharing your knowledge. You're building that trust. It's the same thing applies online. Share your knowledge. Don't pitch. The more you share, the more it'll come back naturally. And that's the key. So when you get in, for instance, when you get into Facebook, set up your profile, start collecting your friends and business associates, and just share the stuff that's going on in your life. And throw in the occasional business tidbit. Hey, I'm going to a presentation today, or on this, or whatever. But it's really, you have to be very careful. It'll blow up. I've seen it happen, and it's ugly. Because people can respond back. So it's a two-way street. It's a conversation.